Welcome back, everyone. Sheepdog Smokey here, and apparently, we stupid idiots in flyover country just don't understand why it's so wonderful for AOC to kill jobs. You see, just last year, Amazon was ready to bring billions of dollars in payroll and everything else to New York. AOC, in her vaunted wisdom, decided that giving them tax breaks equated to cash in hand. I remember her actually saying, "Why don't we take the money we were going to give Amazon and use it to fix trains and such?" I actually replied to one of her tweets with, "Tax abatements mean Company X would owe you $1 billion in taxes. The abatements mean they now owe you $95 billion in taxes, which means you just told them, because I don't want to give you 5% credit, I would rather sacrifice 95% of what you would give me." I was, of course, ignored by AOC, pilloried by idiot liberals who don't understand economics, told I'm a moron, and told that I was lying when I said I hold a degree in history with a certification to teach economics. Quick lesson: a tax abatement is basically a discount. Imagine a company putting out a coupon for 20% off of your entire purchase. You come in and purchase $500 worth of goods. The cashier decides, "No, this coupon is robbing me of money. You're taking money out of my company. It's no good." You leave, thus forfeiting the $400 you would have spent, meaning they did not gain anything, but would have gained $400 had you spent the money. It's exactly what AOC did. You see, we were projecting about, I believe, $20 billion. I don't know for sure. I've forgotten the numbers. But let's say it was a projected $20 billion in tax revenue that would have come to New York City. They were offering, I believe, a $3 billion tax abatement. Again, I don't remember 100%, but let's say that's it. So let's run with the 20 and 3 numbers. So, originally, Amazon was projected to be spending $20 billion in taxes and was told, if you come to New York City, you only have to spend $17 billion. AOC, in her ignorance, decided that gaining $17 billion meant that $3 billion in cash that she could spend elsewhere was being taken from her. It's not the case. It was never the case. Whatever institution handed her a degree in economics needs to demand it back. But you see, what people are actually saying is that you just don't understand. What I understand is that in order for Amazon to have built a facility, they would have had to purchase land or rent it. Either way, it would have had to have been cleared. So we have step one: a landowner gains money and taxes are paid on a purchase, or they gain an income on which taxes will be paid for a rent. A contracting company is thus hired to clear the land and construct a building, meaning income, meaning taxes. People are then hired to work in said warehouse, meaning income, meaning taxes. And in New York City, you not only pay federal and state taxes, but also city taxes. I honestly now understand the line from Captain America of Civil War where Steve Rogers says, "I don't think I can afford an apartment in Brooklyn." I don't know how anyone does, quite honestly. Uh, Excuse the hand motions. I have a fruit fly going insane. But this is the new ploy by liberals: is you just don't understand, redneck. What I understand is that I studied for several years to earn a degree in history and then a certification to teach secondary social studies. Secondary social studies includes history, government, economics, geography. Of those, note geography, not geography, sorry, it is getting late. Note economics is one of them. You see, socialism as wonderfully portrayed by Animal Farm, is you work, everything you produce, every dime you earn is given to the government, given to those in charge, who then decide what you would get back of the fruits of your labor. For those of you who have read Animal Farm, you know that it starts off with everything going fine until the pigs decide we're running the show. The rules that no one will live in the farmer's house are changed to say that the pigs can. No one will wear the farmer's clothes, but the pigs can. No one sleeps in the farmer's bed, but the pigs can. Ultimately, it's all of us are equal, but some of us are more equal than others. Look to Venezuela, where Maduro lives a life of luxury as royalty while his people starve and die, and you'll see where AOC would lead us down a primrose path. It's very simple. Capitalism works. Yes, there are going to be those companies where you can look to them and you can actually see, well, why did they report they paid zero taxes? Well, that is the company saying the company's income offset by abatements and deductions and so on means that they owed $0 in taxes. What that doesn't say is that the company donated to charitable organizations. The company may have lost money. Their employees still pay taxes. They still pay property taxes, and so on and so forth. If you look, I would be willing to bet you could find a year when Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, or before his untimely death, Steve Jobs, reported that they paid $0 in federal income tax. What you would see on those years is large amounts of money donated to charitable organizations and other legal deductions. This is one of those things where Congress rants and rail, or at least Democrats rant and rail about companies just avoiding their duty to pay taxes by using loopholes that are legal 100%. And the reason they don't close them is they use them too. How do you think Nancy Pelosi, on a I believe $176,000 salary, but we know it's under $200,000 and always has been. So how on that salary has she become a millionaire? How on that salary, after all of the crying, does AOC maintain a residence in New York City, where it's apparently very expensive, and a luxury apartment in D.C.? Well, it's very simple. They don't pay taxes. That, or you must be you just have to be Al Sharpton and tight with the right Democrats to avoid paying your taxes altogether. It's very simple, folks. Taxes are incredibly complicated and unrightly and just wrongly so. I have advocated for a flat tax, or even a progressive flat tax, for many years. You know, how much did you make? Here's the percent you owe as an American. Send it in. If your deductions over the last year are more than what you should pay, you get a refund. If they're not, you pay. Even a progressive flat tax. You know, if you earn $30,000 or less, your tax is 1%. $30,001 to $60,000, you owe 10%. 60,001 to 500,000, you owe 20. It's if we just simplify it, we'll find that we actually don't need to tax people as much as we're taxing them. But Democrats don't want that because, of course, they use the loopholes they decry others using for themselves. But I've talked about this long enough. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your town would do to entice Amazon to build a new facility and employ hundreds, if not thousands, of people in your community. And let me know what you think of AOC driving them away. But remember, keep it civil. We don't learn from arguments, we learn from debate. Keep the jokes to a minimum. If she ever sees it, she may not understand them. As always, please remember to like and share this video, as well as to subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're the first to know of all new content as it is posted. Until next time, everyone, have a wonderful day.